What is personal data? Personal data is any information relating to an identified or identifiable living person, also known as the data subject. Personal data may also include special categories of personal data. These are considered to be more sensitive in nature and are subject to additional protection. What is meant by processing? Processing means taking any action with someone's personal data. Who is the data controller? A data controller can be a natural person, an individual, or other legal body, which alone or jointly with others, determines the purposes and means of the processing of personal data. Who is the data processor? Data processors obtain personal data to use on behalf of data controllers. They must only process the relevant data on the instructions of the controller, for the controller's needs, and not for the processor's own purposes. Just like data controllers, data processors also have responsibilities in relation to the personal data they process. Amongst others, these include ensuring data subjects' rights are upheld, ensuring appropriate security of personal data, processing personal data responsibly and in line with the law. The EU GDPR governed data protection law in Gibraltar between 25th of May 2018 and 31st of December 2020. This law was superseded by the Gibraltar GDPR as of the 1st of January 2021 following the UK and Gibraltar's exit from the EU. The Gibraltar GDPR must be read with the DPA as the latter provides for regulation and enforcement in Gibraltar and extends data protection regulation to areas that are not covered by the Gibraltar GDPR, such as processing done in a law enforcement context. The privacy regs sit alongside, providing specific privacy rights in relation to electronic communications. The Gibraltar GDPR applies to processing that is wholly or partly processed by automated means, personal data processed in a non-automated manner that forms part of, or is intended to form part of, a filing system. The Gibraltar GDPR does not apply to personal data processed in the course of a purely personal or household activity with no connection to a professional or commercial purpose. If a competent authority is processing personal data for law enforcement purposes, this is subject to the rules in Part 3 of the DPA. The territorial scope of the Gibraltar GDPR applies to the processing of personal data by a data controller or processor established in Gibraltar, irrespective of whether the processing takes place in Gibraltar or not, and to the processing of personal data of individuals in Gibraltar even if the data controller or processor is not established in Gibraltar. The latter would apply where the processing relates to the offering of goods or services or involves the monitoring of behaviors within Gibraltar. We live in a data-driven world. Whilst sharing data can make life easier, more convenient and connected for us all both at home and at work, it is important that it is done in compliance with data protection laws. More and more people are becoming aware of their personal data and how it is being used, so organizations wanting to be trusted should ensure they take data protection compliance seriously. For more information, please visit the SME Resource Hub or Guidance section on our website.